Hello, everyone. So it's Tuesday night. Welcome to Tabor Talk. So I'm gonna get. Well, by the way, I actually just got a haircut. So I joked around like, "Why do you always wear hats?" I actually did a video recording on all the hats I have. I have about a dozen caps. I got hats too, and people have said I've gotten texts. What are you, bald? Are you hiding stuff? And the answer is yes, I am bald, and I got male pattern baldness, and I really hate hair now, and I'll just show you. I just got a haircut and I shaved it. Now check it out. See, I'm not embarrassed. Ready? How about that? Cue ball. All right, so let me, it'll be distracting, so I'll just put my Lake Placid with the American flag, see? You know, and I'm a Democrat, progressive, and yet I have the flag here. Hey, I was born on the 4th. No shit. Born July 4th, 1963. So, all right, so getting right into this, what I really want to talk about, the most important thing you can, whatever, the most important topic ever. I did my last recording, I was talking about the tax system and the tax code. Pfft, how boring is that? But now I'm going to talk about God and religion. And I've said over and over, there's a book that I've been talking about, a book that changed my life forever. And I've read it, well, twice. I'm going through it for a third time, and I actually memorized passages. This book changed my life, and here it is. It's, again, of course, it's Huston Smith's The World's Religions, and he is the best. By the way, Huston Smith died a couple of years ago. He lived to 96, and his mind was sharp right to the end. One of the most erudite persons I've ever read. His writing is just so clear and so good and just so reasonable, his logic and the way he thinks. But so anyway, what I wanted to talk about is Huston. This is right here in the introduction. When you read The World's Religions, he goes, listen, when I talk about religion, I take it seriously, right? So and by the way, the religions he discusses, Huston's a universalist. So as I said, like the Eastern stuff, Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, even Confucianism, the monotheistic Abrahamic traditions, Islam and Judaism and Christianity, also the primal traditions and American Indians. So he covers everything. He's looking for universal themes, but he really gets into the specifics as well. So, and he gets into ritual and all that, which is people are turned off by dogma. Like someone who's let's say someone who's Christian, they have their own ritual, liturgical stuff, and they see other people's. They kind of like frown upon other people's stuff, like Jainisms, where they don't. A Jainist will not. In Jainist philosophy, all life is precious, and like even they'll wear like put a piece of cloth over their drink so they don't swallow a bug. So a Christian will go like, "What the fuck? You're nuts," But the Jainist will look at a Christian same sort of way. So he tries to tie everything together. And as I said, which is kind of the point I wanted to make about Huston Smith, is that he takes religion seriously. Right? So some people will say, and I'll bring up Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan goes, "Oh, Christianity is a really good thing, and it's like I was raised a Catholic, and it's a really good thing. And I even think today that it brings people together. It's a place to go. It's like a social thing. It's community, and good things come out of this, like the charitable organizations and all that." Huston says, "You're patronizing. That's not what I'm talking about." And I love this little paragraph here when he goes, "Listen, man, this book is about taking religion seriously. It's not a tourist guide. There will be no pandering to curiosity seekers, no riffling through people's faiths, to light on, right? So no rifling through people's face to light on. Looking at, oh, this shock value. Look what they do. No ascetics on beds of nails. No crucifixions among Christians in Mexico, or no Parsi towers of silence that expose the dead for vultures' consumption, no erotic sculpture or excursions into tantric sex, etc. The great religions house, they do. He goes, for sure, there's that stuff there. It's the exotic stuff, right? The great religions house such material, but to focus on it is the crudest kind of vulgarization. Vulgarization. Did I say that word right? Okay. So anyway, so it's the truth. I know Joe means well and all this, but it's a little patronizing. Like, all right, yeah, there is like Jesus in the cross. As long as you love people, and it's like, dude, So here's another. I'd like to kind of finish with this. When you think about like what is religion, this is also patronizing too. When you say, and I'm just reading this from this book, who's Sean Carroll's book, The Big Picture, and he's an atheist. And the way he categorized it, he says religion is a cultural force, a set of institutions, a way of life, a historical legacy, a collection of practices and principles. All right. But he says, of course, he's fair. It's much more than just the checklist. But still, I understand what Houston's saying. So I am, and I'll say it again, I am a universalist. Theology is very, very important. I'm not at all on board with the new atheists, right? The four horsemen of the apocalypse and Sam Harrison, Richard Dawkins, and the late Christopher Hitchens and Daniel Dennett. Like religion is bad, and I'm not one of those guys, right? Yes, there are a lot of problems, and like more people have died in the name of religion than anything else. That's all true, but there's something more here. Okay, people, I'll end it at that. I'm almost at 7 minutes. Have a great night, everyone. This is Tabor Talk, and I'll be ending it like this: peace, love, and understanding. Tabor Talk.